Blessing Ivan Vava, welcome, Blessing. Firstly, your tribute to Oliver Mtukudzi.
On behalf of Chimurenga Music Company and on behalf of the people of Zimbabwe, I wish to express my deepest condolences on the sad loss of a giant, on the loss of a great man, a great musician, and a great songwriter and a father, Oliver Mtukudzi. It's a dark day for our country and it's a dark day for the continent.
You were involved in this collaboration between him and Thomas Mapfumo last year. Just tell us, I mean, they have a very long history together, and tell us what that involved.
Thomas Mapfumo is Zimbabwe's legendary revolutionary musician who was in exile for 14 years. So he came back to Zimbabwe last year to perform in April in what was called the Big Bira. And from that time, Oliver Mtukudzi had a tour that he was supposed to go out of Zimbabwe, and he had to cancel that tour so that he participates in the Big Bira. And I should say that it was quite an emotional moment, seeing Oliver Mtukudzi reconnecting with his longtime friend, whom he had last seen for years.
So he cancelled the global tour to do that, coming back to the Zimbabwean roots with his somebody he collaborated with in the beginning, I believe.
Yes, precisely. Well, these guys grew up together. They met in the 70s in Mbare, and they performed together that time with a band called the Acid Band before they formed what is called the Black Spirits and subsequently the Blacks Unlimited, before Tuku went to play solo and remained with the name the Black Spirits.
So Tuku, I mean, that's part of his name. Then it became used and even denoting his particular style. So he was behind a unique style. Explain what Tuku means to you.
Well, Tuku music derived from Tukudzi, but it became a genre on its own, which was identified mostly by his acoustic guitar. He had his signature acoustic guitar that whenever you hear it, you won't be mistaken that this is Tuku music.
What does he leave the world with, do you think?
I think Oliver Mtukudzi has left us with a legacy that music knows no tribe, music knows no nationality, and music knows no race. He managed to connect the rest of the continent. Right now, tributes are pouring in from as far as Morocco, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, to show that this was a man whose music made an impact, not just in Zimbabwe, but it connected the world, it connected the continent. It's
interesting, a lot of South Africans have told me they thought he was South African, one of our own, so prolific here even.
Yeah.
Most Zimbabweans obviously know him. You're talking about the African influence. I mean, how did it extend globally?
I think it mainly goes back to originality. Tuku is a musician who did not try to copy. Youngsters of nowadays, they think that for them to make it in music, they have to imitate Eminem, they have to imitate Shakira. But Oliver Mtukudzi was a guy who said, I should play, my own music. I should play with, I should sing with my own language. And that made him a superstar, and that made him, having to make an impact globally.
So he clung to his cultural roots. He combined Ndebele, Shona, and English apparently in his songs where he could. In 2013, he told CNN, "Where I come from, you don't get to sing a song if you've got nothing to say." What was his memory of Zimbabwe? He was talking about the history of Zimbabwe frequently, wasn't he, in music?
Well, if you go back even to the liberation struggle, there are songs that Oliver Mtukudzi sang that really inspired the struggle. And recently, he was a guy who would speak about the contemporary issues, but he had a way, of putting that across. It was only after you have listened to the song deeply to really understand what he was trying to mean.
All right, thank you for your memories. Recently working with Oliver Mtukudzi, and we'll bring you that collaboration that was blessing Ivan Vava from Chimurenga Music Company. But here's just a taste of how they worked